guys, Kevin here, and today I want to talk a little bit about coddled children, and I could go on and on about this for a long time, so I'm going to kind of break it down into more specific elements of coddling children and how it's such a negative thing for you to coddle your children. Now, of course, when you have a newborn baby, that makes sense, but when your children are kindergarten age or elementary school age or older, it's ridiculous. You're setting your children up for failure. So I want to give like one example, one element of coddling that I think is, I get hit by a truck, one element of coddling that really annoys me, and that's giving too much praise to children. And I'm a teacher, and I definitely, believe me, there is value in praising children, but too much sets children up for defeat in a way. For example, I was reading something about a PhD, I was reading an article about this today, who was really annoyed because his child's soccer team, the soccer league his child was in, when they would play a game, everyone would get a medal. Everyone, even if they lost. And he didn't like that because he said that basically the children were being praised for mediocrity. And he changed his child's soccer league, where you go to kind of more traditional and where you win things. You get awards when you win them, when you earn them. And he had mentioned, and I really agree with this, that you're teaching children not to strive to be the best, simply. And what happens when children are praised constantly at home for everything they do, they come to expect it. They come to expect constant praise. They demand it, even when they're not working hard, even when they're not doing a good job, even when they're not trying. And what children, the kind of hard life lesson they're going to learn is that when they leave the household, when they go to school, when they're in the real world, even as like elementary students, even as young kids, they're not going to be praised all the time. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get accolades for doing nothing or for doing subpar work. They're not going to be awarded for doing half-assed things. At home they are, but maybe in school they're not. Certainly when they're older they're not, when they're in the workforce. So in that aspect, and then there's so many, I'm going to probably talk about this in other videos too, more aspects of coddling. But in the aspect of giving too much praise, it's a negative thing. You're setting your children up for a hard fall when they get older. And again, they're going to expect, demand praise and accolades for not working hard, for not trying. And I mean, you want your kids to strive, to succeed. That's how you become successful. The best athletes in the world, the people who become top lawyers and doctors, they went for it. They had a hunger, and they worked hard. Harder than other people. That's why they get that's why they got to the place where they got. There you go, guys. So my lesson to you is don't coddle your kids, okay? Because to be honest, the reason I'm thinking about this is because in the years I've been a teacher, 12 years, a lot of the kids I come across who've been coddled don't have life skills. When they're when they leave the nest just to come to class, to school, they can't take care of themselves. They can't do a lot of the simple tasks that other children can. And it's your fault if you're a parent who's coddling and your kid is having trouble in school getting by and they don't have basic life skills. It's because you weren't giving them the tools they needed to survive in the real world. All right, guys, take care. Kevin here in Japan. Yammering on about education stuff and parenting. Check the links below, guys.